Happy Constitution Week! Y'all know the Constitution is such a great document. It has a full week for celebrating it. But what you may not know is that September, the entire month of September, is Voter Registration Month. So True the Vote is thankful to Battleground Tea Party of Texas for the opportunity to be here to register voters, number one. And we have a registration table over here if you need to get registered, but also to remind y'all about Texas' new photo voter ID requirement, which is in effect now for all Texas elections. So let me repeat that. Pending lawsuits notwithstanding, a photo ID is now required to vote in person in Texas. So just a show of hands, how many of y'all have a Texas driver's license? All right, so if you have a Texas driver's license, and that's pretty much all of us here, you are what we call ID ready. All you need to do is remember to bring your photo ID to the polls with you on Election Day. Now you can also bring a personal state photo ID card issued by DPS, a concealed handgun license, or a U.S. passport, military ID, or citizenship certificate. Now, what if you don't have any of those photo IDs? What can you do? You can apply for a free election identification certificate from any DPS office. And y'all might have heard DPS is now opening nearly 50 of their offices on Saturdays just for election ID applicants. So working to make it as convenient as possible for people to get free photo IDs to vote. Now, True the Vote is going to be launching on Tuesday, which is National Voter Registration Day. Our Need ID program, which is going to include a website at needid.org, which will have links to all the information I've just given you. What IDs are accepted at the polls, where you can get a free election ID certificate if you need one, how to register to vote, and even how to sign up and volunteer to help other people to register or get the IDs that they need. Now, there's one other thing I want to remind you about. If you're already registered, if not, run to our table real quick. And if you have a photo ID, I want you to make sure that the name on your voter registration card matches exactly the name on your photo ID. Now, if they're not an exact match, but what the state is calling substantially similar, let's say you have your middle initial on one of those and your full middle name on another, that's substantially similar, and you will be able to vote on Election Day, but you'll need to sign a little affidavit to say that you are that person. If you want to save time at the polls, double check, and if those names are not an exact match, simply update your voter registration. You can do that by filling out a voter registration application and just checking the name change box. Or there's a way to do that online as well. It's really simple, so a couple of minutes making that update will save you that time at the polls. So again, all that information will be available on our needid.org website starting on Tuesday. You can also stop by our registration table if you have more questions about that. And just remember, remind your family members, your friends, your neighbors that in Texas, photo ID, not just a good idea, it's the law. So let's continue this great celebration of our Constitution, celebrating the exceptional United States of America in the great state of Texas. Thanks. Happy Constitution.